Batman 2 might not come out till the end. Or even 2028. Goddamn. Yes, you heard. That right. Warner Brothers strikes. Again by secretly canceling a show and moving on without a press release. We did some digging and discovered that it's not just a regular cancellation. Something darker is going on between James Gunn and the studio. We've got the scoop. James Gunn drops bombshell message about Batman 2. James Gunn is going viral following his recent comments about Batman 2. After years of waiting, with nothing but radio silence, he threw Matt Reeves under the bus. Fans are struggling to come to terms with the fact that Batman the 2nd of May never hit the scenes. But this is something we all should have seen coming. Let's start at the exact moment this whole thing unraveled. Dune 3, in a surprise casting twist that sent shock waves through both the sci-fi and superhero fandoms. Robert Pattinson was confirmed to star in Dune 3. That might seem like a non-story at first until you realize Dune 3 is shooting from mid-2025 through the end of the year. That means there is zero, and I mean zero, availability for Pattinson to film the Batman 2 before early 2026. At the absolute earliest, which pushes a release to 2027 or 2028. Now let me ask you something. What kind of major blockbuster gets a 6-year gap between sequels? You guessed it, a canceled one. And that's not just a theory. On a live stream watched by thousands of hardcore DC fans, a panelist laid it out in brutal honesty. Batman 2 might not come out till the end or even 2028. This is all for the birds. I think it's can-led. I think the Batman 2 is not coming. I think that the whole thing is going to get shelled. It's not just speculation. It's a resignation. A white flag from the insiders who've kept the DC flame burning for years. But there's an even darker twist to this saga. According to insiders close to the production, Matt Reeves, the brilliant mind behind the Batman's gritty noir-infused reboot, has effectively been sidelined. The report suggests that James Gunn and Peter Safran have seized full control of the DC creative vision under Warner Brothers. Discovery CEO David Zaslav. This means that Reeves' carefully constructed Batman universe is now seen as excess baggage. And if you think that's an exaggeration, just listen to what was said. Matt Reeves is gone. The Batman 2 should be scrapped and can-led. Let that sink in. The same Matt Reeves who pulled off one of the boldest superhero reboots in recent memory is being quietly phased out. And the Batman 2, it's being treated like a liability, not a crown jewel. So, where does that leave Robert Pattinson? Abandoned, unanchored, and ultimately uninterested. Insiders close to Pattinson's team allegedly told industry sources that the actor felt burned out by the demands of playing Batman, particularly in a franchise with no clear direction, no scheduled filming start, and no script ready to go. It's no wonder he accepted the Dune 3 role so quickly, because for Pattinson, this wasn't just a casting opportunity. It was an escape route. But don't think this is just about one man's career choice. No, this is a symptom of something far worse. A studio so disorganized, so fractured, and so obsessed with rebooting its own reboots that it's now burning through stars and directors like kindling. And the hypocrisy, it's staggering. Let's rewind to a red carpet interview where Pattinson months ago hinted at something big happening behind the scenes with Reeves. And Matt Reeves finally got at me and told me about what's going to happen with the Batman 2. And I'm really happy about what? Happy excited. That sounds like a man gearing up to dive back into the Batmobile, right? Wrong. That same night, reports began circulating that Pattinson was actively pursuing other roles outside of DC. Just weeks later, the Dune 3 casting went public. And James Gunn, he made no attempt to clarify Pattinson's status. No tweet, no statement, no apology to fans. The silence is deafening. And if you think Warner Brothers is going to come clean about this, think again, because they've done this before. Remember Batgirl? An entire finished film was shelved in 2022 for a tax write-off. That's how little these execs value the time, effort, and fan investment in these properties. So is The Batman 2 canceled? Well, if it looks like a cancellation, sounds like a cancellation, and James Gunn's ignoring it. Like one, then yes. And here's the most infuriating part of all of this. They want you, the fans, to just forget, to move on, to get hyped for Brave and the Bold or Superman Legacy or whatever's next in Gunn's big DCU reset. But what about the millions of people who made the Batman a $770 million global success? What about the critics who hailed Pattinson's portrayal as a game share? What about the kids who finally saw a Batman that felt real, broken, human? Think about how insane that is. Warner Brothers didn't issue any kind of official update on the project, no. Production timeline, no story hints, no. Teaser logo, nothing. Even fans on Reddit and film forums have started tracking what they call the Batman 2 blackout. And here's where it gets even worse. Insiders allege that Gunn and Safran's plan was always to pivot away from Reeves' vision, despite Gunn promising that certain Elseworlds projects would continue, like Joker, Folie à Deux, and Reeves' Gotham spinoff. It's becoming clearer that only Joker has the institutional backing. Why? Because Joker is Oscar bait, prestige. Safe bet, Batman 2. It's a gritty, slow, burning crime thriller sequel with no guaranteed merchandise tie-ins, a creative risk, and Gunn's new DCU doesn't have room for risk. It needs control, and Gunn wants his own Batman. Remember, Gunn confirmed that a new Batman will lead the Brave and the Bold, a separate continuity from Reeves' version. This isn't a multiverse celebration. It's a hostile takeover. One fan commentator put it bluntly. That's it for the Batman. As far as I'm concerned, we're just waiting at this point. This is no longer about creative differences. This is about removal, eraser. And Matt Reeves, he's been radio silent. You know why? Because he's still technically under contract. According to a 2022 report, Reeves signed a multi-year production deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. But that deal doesn't guarantee creative control. It just ensures he develops content for them, not that they'll make it. So, while Gunn restructures the entire DC timeline, Reeves is trapped in a creative purgatory. And Pattinson, he saw the writing on the wall. He chose Dune 3. And that's not just a lateral move. It's an upgrade. He's now part of Denis Villeneuve's universe. And or who respects actors, plans trilogies in advance, and doesn't cancel projects halfway through because of unified vision excuses.